like, oh, how's that relevant? What you just said.
So we did have a little bit of collaboration with the EMF spikes with certain words being used that T was actually going through. So he was mentioning certain parts of England that he had been in the past, and he was getting the EMF spikes that were on two different devices at the same time. So that's exciting to me. We do have the number 20 and the word giant that showed up on my word list relative to Big John's from the bleed over, so I'm excited about that. You actually got what happened to the mansion, which was, you, Nicole, got what actually happened on the mansion. So that was fire. So that we're going to go through all of those answers with picture pages. Okay. Kind of how we roll with this.
Great.
So this is Eliza Lucas Pinckney. I use her maiden name because this is the second wife named Eliza from Charles back to back. The first wife also had a maiden name that started with the letter L. Yeah, irony, right?
Okay.
The first wife, Eliza Lamb Pinckney. So Lamb and Lucas are names that I commonly look for that we've gotten in the past, depending on who's actually here. So Lucas is obviously this one that we're talking about now that planted all the indigo. But she married Charles at the age of 22. Charles was 45.
Okay.
So again, creepy age gap in colonial times, definitely a creepy age gap now. The word fire, let me show you the only picture that we actually have of the mansion. This is exactly where you're standing right now.
Oh, wow.
This is fire damage from the Great Fire of 1861. Wow. So, in the event we get the term fire, I told you we normally get 2 or 3 numbers out of the gate. This happened December 11th of 61, 1861. So 12/11/61, obviously non-yes/no answers, very specific numbers. So, every tour in town talks about a great fire of whatever happened in Charleston. This one was actually one of the biggest fires it ever endured. This is a map of Charleston.
Oh, wow.
The orange is the fire. So you are standing on the tiny little green dot on the right-hand side of this map.
Wow.
This fire literally went from one side of the peninsula all the way to the other. So this was a giant fire. So why did the mansion not burn all the way down? It was made of more material than just wood, which would have been everything else. So so glad you knew your equipment. The children, which is something I did not really truly bring up with you guys tonight because it's normally something that'll poke the bear. And if we do use the questions about the children, we leave like it's a short visit with my other groups. So there were 4 children total, but there's a tragedy with one of them that she doesn't like to talk about. Hence why you kept getting the number 3.
Okay.
Like it was in other words like, don't ask about this child. I'm still going to tell you about the 4 children. The first one you already know about. We talked about him already. Charles Coatsworth Pinckney, signer of the Constitution. So.
And when you say Pinckney, is it P-I-N-K-E-Y?
P-I-N-C-K-N-E-Y.
P-I-N-C-K-N-E-Y.
You got it.
Got it. Thank you. That was more for my wife than for me. But,
Yep, you got it.
Great.
We actually started on Pinckney Street.
Okay.
So, yep.
Nice.
The next child I bring up is Thomas. Thomas fought in a Revolutionary War battle and was shot in his left leg during the Battle of Camden. When the British released him, what do you have? Fighting.
So, all right,
No
so
sooner than start talking about that.
on a theory,
Sure.
how in the know
Well, no, like-
would spirits
for me.
know,
Yeah.
like say someone's name or something like that? Do they have to hear it to really acknowledge it, do you think, or what? The reason I ask is, go ahead.
You mean like us listening in?
Like if, like you just said that Eliza's second child's name is Thomas,
Correct.
right? Would she have known before I got here that that's my actual name?
It's a possibility. If you introduced yourself in that
I
manner,
did not, but I wish I had now.
you probably would have gotten a different response.
Yeah, probably.
And it's a possibility. I will tell you that my name shows up during these tours a lot. I'm here every night. These people know who I am. But again, they're not just ghosts to me. These people, they
Other
live.
people.
Right.
They just don't happen to be inhabiting
This plane.
bodies.
You got it. Now, Thomas, we didn't get anything directly relative to him, but normally the keywords I get around him are obviously his name, left leg. I've even had Battle and Camden show up in the same evening on a radio station. Camden is a city in South Carolina. We shouldn't really be talking about it here in Charleston, but it came up one night, and it's exactly how I learned about Thomas. So everything we're discussing tonight is not something I read out of a book. It was something that came up on another previous investigation, and it was a weird phrase to me, so I wrote it down and researched it the next day.
Well, that's like when you're finding out stuff at Linville, when
Yeah.
bits and pieces come through investigations.
Right,
there,
exactly.
And then she finds out all these parts of this like family history.
And
or
you got
ancestry.
fighting tonight.
I got fighting in the morning. They said fighting in the Revolutionary War.
Got it.
Fighting hot right
The next one is Baby George. This is the one we don't poke the bear with. Baby George does not have a headstone or a grave. The theory behind this is during the times of colonial times of 1747, when he passed away, is that he would have been mummified. exactly how old he was. I'm going to guess at least a few weeks based on he was named. You wouldn't have named a baby until they were christened.
Right.
So again, he probably was christened, and then a lot of research goes into baby George.
Yeah.
And I've actually read his death certificate. It doesn't give me anything. As far as the last child is the only daughter, her name was Harriet. She married Daniel Horry. That's important because Myrtle Beach, 2.5 hours north of here, is Horry County.
Horry County.
That's where she lived. Kind of let's put 2 and 2 together and think of the times. It wouldn't have been a 2.5 hour car ride for Eliza. Lots of letter writing. So if we hear from Harriet, which is very seldom, letter, ink, quill, those kind of terms were popped up. Published. Yes, all of those letters were published, and I've read a good portion of them.
Distribution.
Kind of a stretch. But Eliza's death, those were your main focus questions when you guys first started. The number 14 also showed up, so that's the exact number of years that Eliza and Charles were married until Charles's death in 1758. And yes, Eliza remained a widow until her dying days. So let's get into her death. She was 70 when she passed away. First off, that's a long time.
It's a long time for that day, yeah.
For a woman to be alive during colonial times. That was 1793 in the year she passed away. She was going to Philadelphia, getting treatments, whatever they thought she had. Turned out to be breast cancer. We didn't know what the hell breast cancer was in 1793. We're going based off her medical records today. As far as her death, she died in Philly, she's buried in Philly. That should raise 2 questions in the back of your brain. First off is baby George. You can't go home and Google mummied baby, by the way, and not expect a phone call from the government. You have to go into the religious practices for colonial times.
Right.
So if my theory is true about George, they would have transferred him from this location all the way to Philadelphia by horse and carriage. You guys look old enough to remember Oregon Trail? Somebody's getting dysentery, right? Yeah, so just kind of think of that. It's kind of a creepy thought to be that driver. You got a mummy baby in the back all the way to Philly. The other thing is, if she's up there, why are we here? Again, general public question. The reason why I bring you here and not to actual cemeteries, it's minimal in cemeteries, just so you know. When I have investigated cemeteries, it's minimal activity. Most people don't hang out near their graves when they're gone. They go to their mansions 400 miles away from
We
where
were
they're
talking about this last night, and I posited that you might have grieving people,
going to.
or the grievers might revisit the cemetery, saw their loves buried. I did get infection when we were talking about not knowing what was wrong with baby George.
Oh, that's interesting. Anybody want to take a guess who the president was that was the pallbearer?
He does.
Do I?
Who's
You
the
want to
president?
guess?
James Madison?
When she died?
When she died.
She died.
Was it 1793 you said?
1793. Who was the pallbearer at her funeral?
That I do not know.
It was Washington. It's a good thing you couldn't answer. Let me explain. I do this every single night, just so you guys know, and I do the
Okay.
same trick for you guys.
Okay.
So, George Washington, at his own request, wanted to pay homage to Eliza based on her indigo that helped get our country started. When we got here, I told you, I'm not going to give you questions like, what color is George Washington's white horse? I subliminally put George Washington in the back of all of your brains, and notice that that was the only question I gave back to you, and none of you could answer. That's a good thing. You passed with a fail. So again, that's what I look for every single night, because if I get some teenage kid with an earbud in his ear, he's just going to start repeating everything I say. I just heard get out. I just heard George. All of those kind of things. So I do that every single night. I do it, again, it's almost habit. I know you're kind of grinning like, that's a great trick.
It is a great trick. I
but
got to
again,
remember to do that when we do Candy Factory.
Thank you, master's degree in writing. So
Yeah, you
a
bet.
little bit of wordsmith play.
No, I love it.
So
No credit you, but that's it. We call this the Nick.
yeah.
Not
So-
the knack, the nick.
Yeah.
We actually spent quite a bit of time in here. And I'm curious to kind of get to these other.
Yeah, he knows that.
On to the next location.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Watch your step over there.
Ow, fuck. Come here, you.
Oh.
Jeez. seconds. Oh, crab house. Free cookie samples.
I'll tell you something, Phil. I love the back place on this.
Escape in 60 seconds. That must be like an escape room thingy. Oh, whoa. You okay? I'm just listening. Listen. Oh, yeah. We only have like one good ear, so. Yeah. Oh, cookies. Stopping to fix camera issues.
Yeah. So we'll just, I'll fix it.
You see those lights over there? The light right there. I worked on those.
How did you?
No, don't be. It was just like, fixing it up. But still.
Everything falls apart.
I thought about getting one of those for my
That I could dedicate, I would just use the Steadicam exclusively for it.
We can get some of those cars to leave the we'll try a 5 to 10 minute Estes method over here, just to see if we can get going on everything. So yeah, go ahead and have a seat, and we'll kind of go over the history of the location.
Yes, please do.
Thought something was touching me, and it turns out there was something touching
There was something
the
touching
plant.
you. So we're at the Powder magazine. This is brief history on the building, just so you guys have an idea of why we're here. I don't know if you guys noticed the crosses on the building as we were approaching it.
Yes.
Those are not crosses. Those are earthquake bolts. If you're not familiar with earthquake bolts, they're basically turnbuckles. If you turn them after an earthquake, it tightens the building so it doesn't incur any further damage.
How cool is that?
It just doesn't work.
Nice.
Californians make
I said
fun
it
of
was
me all
cool.
the
I didn't say
time.
it was.
But these earthquake bolts are part of the reason why we're here. Those are the first set of earthquake bolts that Charleston ever put in, because this is the oldest government building in South Carolina. It was finished in 1713. I know, history can be long and boring. I've seen
Sorry.
that.
I'm not trying to yawn.
I know. I call out yawns all the time, by the way. I'm just that guy. Keeps people laughing. But Gunpowder Magazine, we're here because this building is what I call a familiar. You guys have all seen like the My Buddy Boo Bear ghost guy, and they use that to attract a child ghost.
Yeah.
It's the same type of principle. This is a building that Anne Bonny would recognize. So again, she is said to be seen all over town because we don't have many buildings this old, but this is definitely the oldest government building in town. So our story begins right in the middle of its construction. The building was finished in 1713. 1708, by the way, the building took 10 years to build. Does that sound like our government? Small building, 10 years?
Sounds about
Not
right.
at all.
Sounds about right.
1708, venture with me back to Ireland. A young lady moves here by the name of Anne Cormack. She comes here with her father and his mistress. The mistress is Anne's mother. Are you with me so far? There's a couple of twists here.
Yes.
Dragon with you.
Well, you probably already know the damn story.
Yeah, I know.
And so the three of them are running away from her father's angry wife. Yeah, how pissed was she that she got to leave the country to come here? Yeah. Oh, REM pods are definitely a positive thing here. Just so
Okay.
you know. Does that thing actually have color? I don't think I've ever used that.
Yes, it does.
So Anne Bonny loves to show us what her hair color is.
Ooh,
What
okay.
colors do you have?
We've got
No.
green,
You have
purple,
red.
and we have red.
And
Red
it's
is actually the one in the middle, and
Is
to
it?
get that one to blink, you really got to get right
That's
up
the
on it.
way the one is on the Mel at REM A2D.
Yeah.
So perfect.
Yeah, and I'm just going to sit this here.
Perfect. Love it, love it, love it.
Keep that running.
But anyway, where was I? Oh, so the three of them run away to Georgetown. That's just north of us, between us and Myrtle Beach. So Dad bought a plantation. Mom died pretty quickly. That means he's sending young Anne down here to sell anything from the plantation to keep ends afloat, hence the familiar building. So let's take a little step backwards back to Ireland for just a moment. Anne was a badass. They say she killed one of her servants when she was 7, 8, 9 years old. Remember, this is pirate lore, no numbers are exact. With a knife to the belly. We've had the words servant, knife, and belly show up all in the same movie, just so you know. Anyway, like to just give you that mentality of her as we kind of go through her story. Fast forward, building's done in 13. By 1715, pirates are coming through town. Anne is stoked because she's going to fall in love, and so she can earn her freedom, just like a man. That's the way the world worked at that point. You might want to do a quick reset on
Yes, exactly. Those
that.
curves.
First guy she falls in love with, yes, I said first because there was a handful, and we're going to go through all of them. First guy is James Bonny. I already see where this one's going because we've already mentioned her married name. So Dad didn't approve. He's a filthy pirate. They go away to Jamaica. They get married. Anne Cormac is now Anne Bonny. However, James Bonny is not Captain Jack Sparrow like what she was hoping for.
Right.
This guy turns out to be a privateer. He's a spy for the British. This is not who she wants. He's a coward. So a few years later, she falls in love again, a.k.a. John Rackham, Calico Jack.
Calico Jack.
Calico Jack is the guy that they based your Johnny Depp character off of. So this is, where people's ears perk up, by the way, for my normal groups.
Propose, like a marriage proposal?
I don't know. It just says propose.
Hopefully one of us has the word marriage on there. Jack has his own ship and wants to be part of it. You can't put a girl on a pirate crew. Who knows why? That's not T, because I already know he knows why.
Can't put a girl on a pirate crew.
Think family friendly.
Family friendly.
It's bad luck.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll make it simple. Family friendly tour
Yes.
guys. So anyway, he makes a deal with her. If you dress like a guy and look like the crew, you can be part of the crew, but you're going to be a female in my quarters. She's okay with this because Dad used to cross-dress her as a boy back home, as a boy apprentice, to hide her away from his wife. She knows it's a man's world. Let's do this. Put two and two together, adults.
Yeah.
She's a female in his quarters. She's eventually going to get pregnant, and you cannot have a pregnant pirate dude on the crew. So somebody, obviously somebody's going to figure it out. So he drops her off in Cuba. Go have the baby in Cuba, come back later, and we'll figure it out. She goes and has the baby, returns with no child. No amount of my research will tell you what happened to that baby because it's not there. There's no records anywhere. She comes back dressed as a female. This makes Jack pretty angry. And while she was gone giving birth, he actually captured another pirate crew. Go down below deck. She's going to go flirting because that's who she is. We're on guy number 3, in case you lost track.
Okay.
Guy number 3 turns out to be a female.
I just got permission.
A female, dressed like a guy, to be part of the pirate crew that Calico Jack captured. So now we have 2 females on the same ship trying to be pirates. Her name is Mary Reed. She went by Mark Reed to become a pirate. So the name Mark has shown up here in the past. Her and Mary became friends, possibly lovers. We're not going to really know for sure. But the British find out where they are. They send a fleet of ships to come take down the one measly pirate ship. Anne and Mary, rumored, are the only 2 pirates to come up that fight because they were the only ones that weren't drunk. And they came up with 1-bullet flintlocks, probably because they didn't know how to use the cannons yet. They weren't pirates for very long. So obviously 2 ladies are not going to take on a whole fleet of ships. They get arrested. She looks at her captain and beau, Calico Jack, as she's being arrested, and she says, "Sorry to see you here, but you should have fought like a man instead of being hanged like a dog." So the word dog is prominent here, just so you know.
Nice.
The judge wants to see the 2 quote-unquote men that fought back so violently on their own after he's already tried and hung Calico Jack and the drunk pirates that wouldn't fight. That was November 26th. So November 28th, the 2 ladies go in front, hoping to save themselves. They reveal their gender. And the judge doesn't give a shit. They're still pirates. He's still going to hang them. We plead our
Very
bellies.
liberal.
I know, right? We plead our bellies was the last thing they screamed out because you cannot hang a pregnant woman in 1720. It's illegal. Sends both back to jail, delays the hanging. Anne's dad is still up here in South Carolina with all of his Irish money. He bails her out. She comes home, remarries. Husband number 2, guy number 4, because we're going to count Mary Reed. We don't really know. She has 4 kids, dies at the age of 84. Not much that we know about her. Some rumors say she stayed right here in Charleston or South Carolina. Some say she went back to Virginia for some odd reason. There's rumor that she's actually changed her name and is buried in Virginia somewhere. Huh. So there's rumors all over about Anne Bonny and her after pirate career life. As far as Mary Reed goes, she died a year later in that Jamaican jail from whatever pirates died from in a Jamaican jail. I'm going to say most books would tell you that it was something simple like fever. We're going to make it romantic and say it was scurvy. So, again,
Love it.
it's nice and bumpy and gross and whatever you want to do. The only two things that I left out of here for my normal groups, because this used to be my last stop, I would tell them, you guys know what you're doing by now, ask whatever you want to. You don't have to dance around a prominent English woman. But the two things I left out on purpose are the names of Anne Bonny's parents. That's the father and the mistress. And I also left out the name of Calico Jack's ship. So again, everything else, that's up to you. Whatever you want to ask away. But again, I'm going to be very interested to see, like, I kind of want to see, like, have you guys take a lap or two before we see if we're going to do the Estes method here, see if we actually have anything going on. Again, I'll know within 5 minutes based on what you guys are hearing if we have anything going on. Now, you do have the word propose. I still find that to be pretty vague until she knows what they're doing.
Yeah, we're here not to disrespect you or judge you or question your
Oh,
life
she's
choices.
a pirate, dude. Poke. Like, I hate to say, like, go ahead and let's get some answers, but she's pretty crude.
Yeah, but 31.9 on that when you were saying that. And but hey, look, Anne,
Well,
if you're
clearly she
here,
likes to be
if
poked.
you want to have
How was
a
that?
talk with somebody that respects pirate lore, thank you very much, Nick. My first novel was about pirates and privateers, so you know what? I'd love to have a conversation. So I'm going to go to that tree because I'm feeling the pull by that tree. Is that good? Is that okay?
Go for it. Just be mindful of anybody walking through the house. Get out of here. I talk about this lady every damn night.
All right, well.
Yep. Get our ears in.
Ears in, see what we got going on.
Thank you.
Go, we'll kind of gauge things over here. Is that your...
So,
That's your...
My floor.
I got a cold, wet butt. Oh,
I got a damp
this
list.
is recording.
It's okay.
I don't think it's recording sound, hopefully. Wait, no, it's probably is. Anywho. Alright.
It's because the lens cap's on. I'm an idiot.
Did you get the tunnel any other way?
I didn't.
It's fine.
Well, it's
fine.
Because neighborhood. That's why.
Okay.
That was the
yeah,
big. I just didn't
okay.
want to do recording.
That's
in the
fine.
neighborhood.
That's fine. Ooh.
All right, Anne. We're told that you were kind of a badass.
I mean, yeah. You
So,
sound
like,
pretty cool.
Listen, between us gals, okay, it was commendable. Okay? Between us gals. But, tell us a little bit. Talk to us.
Can you tell us what the name of Calico's ship was?
Anne, can you tell us the name of Jack Calico's ship? Anne, real quick, I apologize. My name is Boo,
And my name is Zombie.
and we're just here to learn a little bit about you. 50 or something Oregon. Anne, can you tell us the name of Jack Calico's ship? Anne, can you tell us the name of your father? Anne, what about your father's mistress? Anne, are you here with us? You want to ask? I mean, you found out about the fire.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but
So ask some questions.
I don't know why, but I'm feeling like really blank.
It's okay.
Feeling super blank right now. And I think it's just because I'm like trying to hyper focus on the
sounds.
static and the sound.
And what was the color of your hair? And what was the color of your hair?
And did you like being a pirate?
And
And what color was your hair? Red. I heard red.
you got red? I mean, I know it's just a song, but it just said, I don't know about you. I mean, okay, well,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, possibly.
yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, and if that is you, I'll tell you my favorite color is purple. My hair is purple.
My hair is brown.
It's a shade of indigo, which if you were here in Charleston, it's very familiar to you. And can you tell us Jack Calico's ship's name? Sorry, I'm trying to...
Where are we going?
I don't know. We can go wherever. Yeah, let's go that way.
Okay. Yeah. Let's explore more.
And what was the name of Jack Calico's ship? Sorry. What was the name of Jack Calico's ship, Anne? Yeah, let's turn.
Yeah.
Sorry. And what was what was Jack Calico's ship name?
I'm gonna like hold this.
Huh?
Where was it? Dude,
Huh?
where's this plugged into? I'll just hold it. Thank you. Okay.
And what was Jack Calico's ship name?
Anne, are you happy you got away from death? At the gallows and everything? You weren't gonna get hanged. Are you happy? Get to live a long life.
I'm not really getting a whole lot.
Me neither. We could try going back over to the flowers.
Well, I want to maybe see if we get anything over at the building,
Okay.
because that was the government building.
Yeah.
All right, and we're gonna come walk back over here, see if we get anything from you. Come and hang out with you for a little bit. I paused the recording for a minute because batteries.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I'm gonna turn that off for just a sec.
Yeah, I'm definitely not getting much.
Yeah. Okay. So let that charge. Okay. Here.
We can-
Now that I'm not carrying the giant brick, I can at least put this back in my ear, and I can hold the camera now because that brick was literally holding. Like, you're fine.
Hold this one.
Okay.
You hold this one for right now. I'll hold this guy because we'll record. Put it. I guess.
Yeah,
I
well-
mean, they're talking about. Is
It's
the
okay.
thing. Like, I don't want to pick up like.
It's okay. It's gonna pick up everything. Remember how sensitive it was? So we'll just ask T if we can set it down by his stuff.
Okay.
He was also president governor. What I also told them is I need to look into John Calhoun.
do it.
Okay.
He was buried across on the other side of that wall. He may have been a governor before vice president. So I need to look at that just to make sure that it's all related to her.
When I go back to my room, I'm obviously so gonna probably try to get something to do.
This is something I haven't used this box before.
I don't know. This is their initial run. I'm just trying to get.
I've seen them. Because I follow Ghost Stop.
Yeah. So Phil got the one that this should be so and I'm like, I gotta find this stuff and I want something to do because these were specific for Phil and after reading about this would be a good part of the shot. So I will send you this and
Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to study what's going on right now. I'm all the time.
pretty as it is.
You've been turning this on, right? This
I think.
because it's green.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it was off. So you just turned that off. Have you just been recording silence? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're recording now. It's fine.
It's weird to me because we do have some Blackbeard history here as well.
We got some.
How do you? Where's the?
It's this right here.
Is that one? Okay.
And you'll see it go dark. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Hello, everybody. We are doing a ghost investigation. On this way.
Well, oh, hang on. Because this is messing up.
That's fine. Who is setting up the static? What is this called again?
Spirit box.
The spirit box that creates awful static, so we can hear. Oh my goodness, this is so zoomed in. Hear what's going on. We are trying to talk to Anne Bonny, the pirate redhead who escaped the gallows and lived a longer life because she exposed her belly. We do not know if she lied about the belly thing, but that's so freaking cool. So, Bonnie, if you would like to talk to us, hi. We're gonna reintroduce ourselves. My name is Zombie,
And Boo.
and we would like to talk to you about your life. Can you tell us what color your hair is? And can you tell us the name of Jack Calico's ship?
Oh, nice.
I don't feel like our pirate lady's here.
I don't think so.
I'm not picking up a vibe.
Yeah, we're asking questions and just not getting a dime of a response.
Is there anyone here with us?
Yeah, that's a better question.
Is there anyone here right now?
Well, that's why we kept trying to go near the bushes because there's the graveyard over there and stuff. So.
You never know. So it's, there's times where you feel like nothing's going on, and then you get all the weird stuff.
Yeah,
Evidence.
that's definitely the thing.
This is the first time I have gotten a swear on the Paratech.
What does it say?
Shit.
Maybe-
And then the next word was tough.
Tough shit.
Tough shit. Okay.
Wow.
Maybe you are here.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, well.
Just gotta talk like a pirate.
Okay, well, fuck you too then. That's disrespectful.
shit.
I love you. I'm sorry. Oh shit, what got dropped?
And are we being too
It would
too
not be an
respectful?
investigation if
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking his bag was open.
Oh shit. I can't believe you got tough shit.
I think that's hilarious.
That's kind of funny.
Now it's an official investigation.
Yeah, I had to drop some of my
What
stuff.
did you drop this time, my friend?
What did it say here? Various.
I mean, he did just get tough shit.
I did.
Did you?
Because we just said, oh, well, maybe Anne's. Oh, yeah.
Hey, I said I was really hoping to talk to you, Anne, but maybe.
I don't know which one you
said
had.
maybe she's
It,
not here.
I think at this
And then
point,
I
since you're not.
First I got
I think
shit,
it'll be
then I got.
You sure?
Yeah, that'll be fine. I mean, it's not contagious, so you're fine.
I mean, I'm not even putting it in the contagious ears. So.
Well, if I like have anything, then that's what I'm
Oh.
saying. So it's not like gonna mess your ears up if I, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's funny.
That is funny. I like that.
Maybe we should start swearing back.
Fucking A right. Fuckity fuck. Fuckity fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe we were coming in too respectable.
Oh,
He's
maybe
right.
that's what it is.
Fucking conversation.
The fuck you want?
I want to know what fucking color your fucking hair was. Fucker.
Bet you won't touch that REM pod, huh?
Please don't haunt us. Please
I'm
don't call me home.
just kidding, baby. I love you.
I'm sorry, baby.
Oh god.
I'm so angry. Voice.
Oh no. Okay. Well, so I like came over here because like I don't know why, but like it looks like there's like a building outline right there. So if you look, and it's like a rooftop.
Yeah.
So it just kind of looks like something was there. at one point in time, and then
How are people so drunk already? It's only 11 o'clock. Well,
Oh.
it's 11 o'clock. Did they get drunk
yes,
early?
yes. So, yeah, I don't know. I wanted to come over here because it kind of feels like there was a building here at one point in time.
You have to ask Nick. He said this is an apartment now. This is what
Yeah. I don't know. I got a weird vibe from it.
The wars of when the gunpowder magazine wasn't being used as a powder magazine. It was a textile and mercantile office building, so forth and so on. So they built that addition to the back so that way they'd have storage.
Things are really going on. That one in
That's what we've been recording the entire time. That's why we've been kind of watching the patterns of them. I am having them wrap it up and not like leave them unmonitored just because this can be a weird space. We got drunks coming over here.
Oh, yeah.
We've been having some scammers come over to us
Oh,
before
really?
in the past. So we're going to come over and we're going to blindfold you for a few minutes and see
Cool.
how it goes.
We'll wait for the scammers to get here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly what that building is. And if you notice the little peach squares, those
Yeah.
are also
Yeah.
earthquake bolts. The interesting thing is they're on both sides of the building, which means they're over crossing each other in between the floorboards and ceilings of that building
Huh.
on a concept that doesn't work.
Well, yeah, I was trying to figure out how it could possibly work, and it's just
But yeah, that's
There's no
basically
real
what that
science
is.
there.
And if you look at the brickwork on the lower portion, like underneath the triangular roof, is probably like early 1800s.
Okay.
So it's, obviously about a good 100 years after the powder magazine was built.
I see.
Now, the rest of it was probably built in the late 1800s to early 1900s, and it is now in a permanent building.
Yeah.
People actually live up there. The powder magazine structure itself is fascinating. It is a groin vaulted ceiling. What does that mean? It's 8 giant pillars around the building.
Oh.
So there's a groin vault in the center because there's another center pillar.
Okay.
So, and the reason they do that, and the reason why the roof is shaped the way that it is that there's sand underneath those red shingles. The sand was put there in the event of an explosion of the gunpowder. It would explode into the air and then drop to put out the fire of the gunpowder.
Nice. That's
That
clever.
doesn't work either.
No, I was going to say
Clever,
it sounds
but-
clever, but
But the sand is still there
Yeah.
from 1713.
Wow.
wow.
So when they turned it into a museum, they actually had to. Let's go. Let's head over this way.
Okay, cool.
When they turned this into a museum, they had to do a few repairs, obviously. So they were working on a new roof shingles.
Uh-huh.
Same.
Wow. Did you hear that?
What?
So when this got turned into the museum, this was a gunpowder storage facility, and they had sand all interwoven underneath that roof,
Yeah.
so that if something exploded, the sand would just fall and put it all out.
Oh, that's good.
Didn't work,
Oh.
but when they did the renovations for it, they found all the sand from like 1767, I think that's what he said.
Old sand.
Old ass sand.
Old ass sand. Battery's pretty much like dead.
Okay, well that one should still be charging. I'm pretty sure that one's good.
I can't believe it's taken so long
For what?
to charge.
Oh, I don't think it was on in my pocket. I think it got turned off with everything. Well, I had 3 things in my pocket.
You could have shared.
I'm
All right. Who wants to be going through this as this method first?
Who does?
Oh. Alrighty, I guess that's
Who is?
me.
All right. So grab that spirit box.
Apparently it was recording.
It
like
was?
3 different times.
It was.
I have no idea.
We'll check it. Okay.
So have you ever done this before?
No.
Have you seen it before?
Is it very similar to what I've seen on Stranger Things? Minus the salt water.
I'm trying to remember.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of sort of.
Yes.
What about nukes?
Oh
Wow.
no. Yeah, I haven't watched a whole lot of
So
news.
yeah, you
You
two
have
swap
two.
devices.
Okay.
So camera.
I gotta-
definitely, I want to get some footage of this for sure.
Oh boy. I am.
Oh, are you using
Yep.
this?
I gotta
Okay.
take it.
T wants to put this on the live stream as well. So what's going to happen here? Let's go ahead and have you have a seat and move this bag. Okay. Let's go ahead and have a seat. Not on. Yep. So this blindfold is a disposable blindfold. So you're gonna open it. It's yours. I don't want it back.
Okay.
But you're gonna open it to where it looks like a pair of glasses, and then there's gonna be like a tear in the center. You have to rip it so you can put the 2 loops over your ears.
Okay.
It's not gonna go all the way around your head.
You.
Yes.
Really
You won't,
get suited
you
up.
won't need it.
Yeah.
Another option, we have a blindfold or like a really
Oh,
cushy,
my
comfortable
God.
blindfold. You wanna use that? No?
Bob.
Okay.
That's
I
why.
actually want to test these
why.
out because
I had the cap on. I was like, I
You go
can't
right
see.
Knife
Test
fishing
away.
sucks on this guy.
Yeah. Freaking sucks.
No problem.
Oh, I was literally recording. There we go.
Very spooky on it.
It is. It's super spooky.
Sorry, I just can't see
It's gonna be right in the center, right where the nose goes.
that. Over here.
Probably 2 pieces there.
No, yeah. Okay, so okay, I see.
Good night, Brenda. Thank you very much for hanging out with us.
These things? Okay. Okay, so I can bust that out. Okay.
So before you put that on, you kind of explain how this works.
Okay.
Must be another
So
time.
your spirit box, obviously, you're hearing great.
Nice. Very good.
That's all I got.
Ross.
That's all you got.
Chuck Norris.
Matt, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn?
Also keep in mind when you're repeating whatever you hear.
Yeah.
It looks really dirty.
It looks
Yeah, it kind of looks dirty, but I get what you were
Jesus is watching.
going for, I guess. Nice. Oh, man. At least you guys are twins
At
now.
least for twinsies that way.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So
Also, this camera got it too, so just so you
perfect,
know.
perfect.
It's everywhere.
I asked her to almost go into a whisper, so that way we're not interrupting other tours. She doesn't need to shout. So we're gonna all need to be a little quiet for this session. And again, I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on the time and kind of just make sure we're letting her, stay under for about 5 to 6, maybe 7 minutes total, depending on how many words we're actually getting out of her. And crank that thing up to a nice comfortable level, and then I'm gonna put your hand out. I'll hand you noise canceling headphones. Brand new, so they're real tight.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I have
Amazon?
3 sets, yeah. So we'll give her about a minute to get oriented and see if she gives us anything before we start asking that question. Can we do a fresh reset on there unless you have something? Okay, and Bonnie, or whoever is here, we would like to know your first name just so we know who we're talking to. Tell us your first name, please. The little box. I would just tell you that the young lady who has been blindfolded, has something over her ears, can actually hear you. So you can communicate with us with the box I
6.
normally bring here. We want to know your first name. Who is here with us?
I thought I just heard Cumberland.
We're on Cumberland Street. Who is here with us? We want to know your name.
We can't give you any silver for this, because we don't have any silver.
Well, the problem we have is we have a lot of times from a lot of different storylines. So I'm just trying to find out exactly who's
We did have pregnant and silver. I don't know what it was.
So maybe we do have Miss Anne Blythe. Or Mary, what's your last name? If you're the one that's
No.
here. Okay, so you're not Mary. So who is here? I want to know your first name.
Worry.
Not worry. You know I'm here 7 nights a week. I know that I'm a familiar face. I'll tell you if she says the word soldier, we pack it up.
it up.
Okay.
Anything relative.
3,000.
Anything relative to the soldier. And I'll explain what is if we get that. I want to know who's here. I'm getting very specific. I want to know your name. Who do we have here with us? One more time, and then I'm going to move on to another question.
Listen.
I am listening. We want to know who you are. You could tell me what you did for a living. That would help. What was your job? Pirate? President? Governor? Who are you? Tell us what you did. What made you important?
Desire.
Ring.
Sort of put it on too.
You got the work ring.
5 years and
40.
it's a fun place. So I haven't heard of this. It's smaller than one more
Who are you? Tell us what you did.
Why?
I want to know why. I'm trying to learn more about you. That's what I do. I research people, how great they were in their history.
Natalie? Is that the name of it?
No, they had a Madeline on the tour last night.
Ooh. Like a response or an actual person?
Oh, a person. Like in my group. Number. So she's on at 12.
Yeah, it's funny. Again, I've only gotten like 3 names off that.
I want you to also notice, like, as we're all discussing things, she's not giving us something. You have to look at the full environment around her. So, again, I want to focus. She's been under for 5 minutes.
Can't.
Can't what? Can't talk to us?
Can you tell us her name?
Too many people around? I'm okay with a yes no answer at this point.
Now.
She's now.
Wrong.
Was it you who told me tough shit earlier? I'm not offended, by the way. I appreciate the sass.
On the right.
Who's right? We're all standing in a circle.
99.
Are you afraid to talk to one of us?
Now, when people are under too long, it's very difficult for us to do, taking away our senses. Do you understand that?
We're curious, but we want to know your story. All 3 of us are writers.
Cooper.
Also next to the That's the second time, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
second guessing Anne Bonny's birthday. I can't remember if it's 99 or 97.
I just got warning over here on the original.
Can you tap her out?
That happens often.
That's why I have one of you guys.
Yeah.
Deep.
You did
She wasn't deep.
So,
Nice job, man.
Nice
I want
job.
you to get up yet. You have to stay seated.
Oh
Well, that's what we're trying to figure
Take
out,
your headphones
Spence.
and keep the blindfold because you're gonna need it later.
Okay.
If you're by a computer, Spence, I'm assuming you are. Can you look to see what the birth date of Anne Bonny was?
No, I want the headphones.
Oh, those headphones. I'm sorry.
Hang on to that. We're not done yet.
Oh. Okie dokie.
That was a good session. That was a good session. You're up next, Sandra.
What?
So, a couple of things you said. that
Unless you
were
want to do it.
second guessing.
Did anything weird happen while she was sitting there? No.
Not that I saw.
Cooper is also the term for terror.
I mean, there's a backpack right there. Just keeps on like showing up as like a tiny person.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that doesn't count.
Oh, wait, no, I don't think so. Backpack. It's the stool. It's
Oh.
a collapsible stool.
It was 1890. It was 1697.
I thought
So
so. I thought it was 97, but
Yeah.
she said 99 twice.
well,
So-
it's got to mean something. It's got to mean something because that's
Yeah,
the
when they show
first time in a
twice like
long
that, you
time
can't
I've
ignore
heard. Usually, when you get repetition during a Estes method, I would imagine that's something we need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's with any device.
Yeah.
But the reason why we tapped you out was because the word warning showed up. And again, we weren't getting certain answers from the questions we were asking.
Okay.
I'm sure you're going to review the video later. We kept asking for a name. We just needed the name.
Okay.
But you said Cooper, you said 99, why several times. I also kind of warned everybody that if we got the term soldier on anything, including you, we were going to be out of here, like packing up.
Okay.
The reason why, let me talk about the soldier for a second. Go ahead and stop your video, kind of give your hands a break, and say I'm just not going to stop if you want to get footage or a picture because it is gorgeous. But with us, I'll definitely, if there's no tours on our way, we'll just go ahead and stop in for a few minutes so that way your viewers can actually get what they need out of it. I think it's a really cool graveyard.
All right.
Badass.
Kind of glad I took out Lodge Alley. Like this is, I didn't know that was going to be productive, especially for the equipment that he brought. It's a small, tight space, and again, it's not always active.
Hit or miss.
Yeah. But
Do you need help, T?
No, I don't think so. I think what I need to do right now is just change batteries here. So
yeah, take your time, dude. Take your time. Get yourself straight. I know I kind of rushed you through the last place. Fix your cameras. Get yourself straight.
apparently the memory card was full. I missed the notification.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On the Canon? Wow.
One thing I wish I knew how to do with this camera, which was how do I get the
So when
footage
we go to the
automatic from one-
cemetery, do you want to do the method?
Sure. I'll use my own earphones then.
Like,
Yeah, like
Oh, thank you,
these
Spence.
things.
oh, okay, yeah.
Because I have my own.
Yeah, I forgot you have yours.
Yeah.
so much. Would you also do me a favor and give a shout out
was
to
it?
Stories
Were you
in
scared?
the
No, I
Graveyard?
wasn't scared. It
Cemetery.
was,
Sorry, Stories in the Cemetery.
it was more like
Yeah.
it just felt
Stories
like
in
I
the
was.
Cemetery.
You know, like what
Based
happens
on
when you close your eyes and you like
Charleston,
see
South Carolina.
spots and
If we
stuff.
could give a shout
Yeah.
out
It wasn't more
to
spots.
them,
It was like
they've been absolutely fantastic on this.
waves.
Waves.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Like, because I had
just
my
staring
eyes
at you guys'
closed.
equipment
Yeah.
this entire time. Like, what else can I do? What else can I do? Obviously, some of the setup
yeah,
is
I
not going
don't-
to be
I don't know
productive
what
for me.
if that means anything,
for
but
the
yeah,
job
I saw
tour.
waves
Do you ever get
because
to
it was
go out
like
and just
not like
do your
dots.
thing without-
Because like when you close your eyes, sometimes you see like dots kind of closing in or
Well,
whatever.
that's what keeps the podcast alive.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And that's
Like
just-
if you
that's
stare at a
your
light
podcast.
and you close your eyes and you kind of see the light
That's
go
what actually started everything.
kind of like that.
Stories in the cemetery.
I don't
I feel like I've seen you.
I don't know.
You probably have.
I
You
might
probably noticed
follow-
the big green logo.
Or I might follow you on, okay. I might follow you on Instagram.
Well, Insta, I'm not
Or maybe
active.
one of the socials.
But
Twitter.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Facebook is like that, and like my Google updates. Those are my
Yeah.
friends.
Alright. Well, I will be following you.
Yeah, Twitter was on like on Fritz when Musk bought it, so I kind of stopped using it. I'm like, I'm out of here for a while. At least till I figure it out. Are you square?
I'm all set.
All right, so we're gonna wait for this.
What
For the Ghoulie Girls, it is just Ghoulie. It is just Ghoulie Girls,
Hello.
Hi.
not the. It says GHOULIE GIRLS. Ghoulie Girls. Here, wait.
That's us.
Let me do that shot again. That way you're not backlit. Okay. That's better. That's better. Okay.
That
I'm all
works.
set. So this also operates in non-paired mode. So right now I've got it just running
Okay.
in
Very cool. It's kind of nice.
I
Yeah,
love
definitely
it.
have to like tap into that and see what I can do.
I don't know if it matters, but when I was under, I would, you know, like when you stare at lights and you kind of see like dots. I was more seeing like
Waves.
spectrum kind of waves, more or less.
Behind the blind.
I see a lot
Behind
of
the blindfold.
I see a lot of those when I meditate.
Okay.
So that is, again, when you take away two senses,
Yeah.
now your brain takes over.
Yeah. Normally I see like lights going, like dots,
Sure.
like speckled dots, and then the other one, like
So I'm gonna go
just now
over
it was like waves. I don't know.
All right, I think we're gravy. I don't
Yeah.
know where T's headed.
I think he's talking to Chad. All right, ready, Freddie? Let's go.
You grabbed that envoy, right?
Thank you for real. Like, I don't know, it kind of feels just like you're treating us more like professionals than like.
This is the way I treat all my girls.
I know, but like.
That's why people. That's why marriages are the way they are.
Yeah, hearing that guy go.
It was close to compelling.
Oh, I gotta tell you, this puck's
Okay, yeah, those are.
We want to have fun, but like.
Watch the end of the tour. You guys ready?
Great.
I'm gonna like slowly tease it up for you.
Thank you. Yes, there's the front of
I've
it.
had the Yeti for almost a year. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
By the way, it doesn't get much better of a shot than a damn near full moon. We're at a 93% tonight next to St. Philip's steeple.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Yeah, definitely getting spooky.
You're whistling at the wrong spot. It's over there.
Oh, we've got the stocks.
Ooh. Very pretty.
Oh, that's right.
Hi.
So we still have footage from the front of the cemetery because it does wrap around all the way around the church.
Okay.
But they are doing a tour over there on the side where I was hoping to get the back of the church.
Okay.
We'll just stop there and talk about the Civil War.
Yeah, that's true.
So what I was just telling them, there is a tour right next to the back of this church. I normally cut through this lot.
Right.
With the amount of gear and cameras that we're using tonight, I'm going to take us to the front of the church where there's still cemetery because it is a circular church and graveyard.
Okay.
So we'll still be able to get some footage from the front.
Yeah.
So,
Great.
but yeah, try not to interrupt.
No, that's.
Very respectful.
Yes, we do.
How you feel?
My feet are fine. Yeah, my feet are fine. My toe is fine. Back's a little tender, but that's because we're doing a lot of bending, a lot of stretching, and of course carrying a couple of bags. And sort of that. I think my camera on the back wall is going to be heavy.
Is that what's done?
Yeah. The tiny, one of the tiny cameras. One of the tiny cameras. One of the, not Kenneth, man. Look, Kenneth, I'm going to be Kenneth.
Feels like back in high school a little bit. Just having a heavy backpack.
Oh yeah.
Said, don't take no cameras.
I mean, nowadays it's probably not like that, but still.
Have you ever gone in and like done a investigation for like Dock Street or anything like that?
I will say this about the Envoy though. It's smaller than I thought it was. It's smaller than I thought.
Yes, it always looks so
Yeah.
And then you can take your own personalized tour in the middle of the daytime, just walking around if you want to walk around. That's one where I was doing. I had 2 years here. I found no EMF spikes that were abnormal for a space like that.
Yeah.
It's like something came
I didn't have anything coming through your spirit box. I'd love to go back.
Yeah.
With some of the upgraded gear
Yeah.
that I have. But, I don't really know anything that was relevant while I was there.
Okay.
I used to talk about Dock Street a lot, but then couldn't really back it up with evidence.
That's fair.
Part of the reason why this is called the circular church is because it's non-denominational, which means anybody can go here and everybody sits in an equal seat, which is why it's called the circular church. Civil War soldiers is said to be seen in here. Again, I have no idea. Other tours will come through here and have access to the graveyard, walking through it during the tour. Other tours like to stand outside where we saw the other tour, and they were kind of talking probably about the Civil War soldier. I'll also tell you we get clues from time to time from Henry Lawrence Pinckney, the great nephew of Eliza. He's buried here. He actually worked for a newspaper called the Mercury. So you would get named like Henry or Lawrence and the word Mercury that would come through. So again, definite clues. Even when we're at the Pinckney Mansion site, we'll get Henry or Lauren, but we don't always get the specific details when we're that far away. Again, I don't know where he lived. I never really dove into him that far. But it is one of those things where it's on the radar. So if I start seeing it more and more, I will add it when I remove something else from my route.
Yeah.
So, this road
Wow.
Who's in the bank? What the moon?
on main streets like this, I definitely put more crosswalks.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The other spaces I just go, but up here, I will get a ticket by carrying a boot across a hand.
It's fair.
Yeah, it'd be a fair ticket.
Well, it would be a tour guide. Much bigger than yeah, I'm gonna follow the tour.
Did something bust?
I'm still trying to figure that out. It's this component right here that I got my thumb on. It's like something popped. Well, it's got the screw.
Okay.
And it's just, you can see it's just pop. Yeah. And I don't know what happened.
Okay.
This is my last observation. Well, that's a cool shot. That's seems to hydrate. Jason, I can't hydrate until I get back to the hotel.
Sound of running water. Are you thirsty? Oh, sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
This is my like evil cackle. Gotta make sure I'm getting like pictures of dark alleys and stuff.
Hibernian,
Yes, same.
Hibernian Hall,
Components.
1840.
For the National Park
Interesting.
Service. But it is Department of Interior. Oh wait, this is where
What?
it was like the 70s. And we started right here, and we kind of walked
Oh
around
my
the city.
gosh, I think I did that too.
Yeah, we walked around the city,
Yeah.
and you just find clues and answer riddles and stuff like that. And whoever does it the fastest is going to get a prize.
Yep.
Oh, we were fourth
I did
place?
that too.
I'm so mad. There was a bunch of kids who did it.
It smells like horses.
Yeah, the damn youths. Ooh. Yep. Horse meat.
Spot. Stop at this marker just to kind of briefly touch on the history.
So this is the spot?
Yeah.
This is it.
This is an interesting space. I've only been here a few times with dowsing rods because we didn't really have much going on with electronics, but I still definitely want to get some footage, which obviously we're doing a very great job of with cameras today. But we are graveyard. Basically, I shouldn't even call it a graveyard. It's a cemetery. Anybody know the difference between graveyard and cemetery?
Headstones?
No.
Oh.
Graveyard is actually attached to a church. Think
Oh.
of yard, house and yard. That's
Oh,
the easiest way to
okay.
remember. So cemetery is non-denominational, so it can be anywhere.
Okay.
So we are an interred cemetery. So basically, in a nutshell, I want to say that there are 38 Quakers that were moved from where the Meeting Street garage is. Was it Meeting Street? I can't remember. It's one of the garages. It actually has the plaque on the outside of it. And to put up the garage, they moved all of the graves here.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So I guess dig seems relevant.
I would definitely say that is definitely relevant.
I think that would be relevant. Yes.
I will tell you that we had initials starting showing up on the envoy, and it was of a specific person.
I'm gonna reset this
I
actually.
mean, turn the light on the plaque. I'll remember the name once I see it.
It's a happy little song. Jaunt.
Bina Austin.
So DA.
B.A.
Oh, BA.
So B-E-N-A is her name. Bina.
Bina.
Yes. So we were getting direct answers from her, and I can't prove any of it. However, what we're going to hopefully find out is with blindfolds that we're going to get much better answers than, go blindfolded this time.
Sure.
Stick your ash
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're going to
Go
use the
all
dowsing
in.
rods, and then we'll just, you're going to hear us, but you're not going to be able to see what the dowsing rods are doing. Like, that's the whole point.
Okay.
So we're going to kind of test this out and see if it's actually going to work. But we're all basically going to have a seat and kind of get chill here for about 10 to 15 minutes. I don't know that REM pods and all of the extra gear will work in this place. So let's put blindfold on this side so nobody is peering in at us and kind of trying to figure out what the heck we're doing.
Put your steppies in.
My heart needs it.
Thanks, babe. One thing I would tell you is just like relax. 'Cause I was very tense the whole time.
Yeah.
And I could feel it in my shoulders.
That you were that tense?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
There's very little I can do.
Alright, let's do the seat. And we're going to go over how to use dowsing rods first.
Isn't that?
So that's the whole point of why I got these ones specifically. We're going to hold them elbows tucked in. And just hold the handles. Make sure you're not touching the food because you'll go influence it. And basically what you're looking for is on the outside of the rods. It's closed the rods. At times, when I say straight out your legs, it might be
We having this
missing the top. And you should get holding them because you're not going to see it so much blindfold. So I'm going to wait for them to kind of settle down. Or you just hold them steady before I start asking them questions. So you want to help her out with that blindfold?
Yeah.
To kind of show her how that thing works.
Yeah.
Have you ever used these before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you cool with me recording it?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to be sure. I want to.
Wildlife. I guess I would.
Either I can hold them or whatever.
Where you have the cord?
Yeah.
Sorry, I totally just stuck my thumb in
Copper
those.
sleeves?
My bad. I'll clean them.
He
Okay.
said,
That's
So-
pretty common. I like these. They're
what
pretty
the
comfortable.
heck are
Actually.
these?
Yeah, bone part.
Ergonomically designed.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we're tearing them apart. And you're gonna put your ears in those.
And then
Kind of see how it goes.
So put those around your ears.
All right. When you put your hands out, I'll be putting these in your hands. I'll take the garbage. All right, ready?
Yep.
Key here is to not move at all. So calm your breathing. If we have somebody here, I want you to open up those rods for me. I see that they're a little wonky, so if you can straighten them out for me, that would be great. Not you, the user. I'm talking to the ghost at this point. I want them to open them up. Just try to be as still as possible. This is Nicole. She's going to be the one that you're going to be communicating through and showing us that you're actually here. So I need you to open up those rods for me. Open the rods, please. Not close. I need you to open them. My name is Nick. I've been here before. Open those rods.
There's always, if you want to help out, you got to return a visit to the cleaning factory in April, on the 21st.
If anything, they're closing. You see the movement?
Yeah.
Wavering a little bit. I need you to open the rods, whoever's here. Just make them straight, pointing straight at me. Please open the rods. If we have somebody here, we come here with respect. We're not trying to pry, just trying to learn more about you. I need you to open the rods to show us that you're actually here. They've been in that state right there since we started. I'm just trying to get them to open them up.
Right.
Brought a few friends. Again, we're just trying to learn more about you. You had a much different lifestyle than what we live today. So if you can. Okay.
I just don't want it to be affected.
Okay. A little bit of a breeze coming through, so if you see a little bit of a motion, like I pay attention to those. Obviously, the flags are a big indicator of that.
They have not.
They have not moved at all.
And that's, yeah.
It's almost a frightening thought, isn't it? So, Nicole, I'm going to actually straighten them out and open them up to me. So, if you feel a little bit of motion, that could probably be the reason. She is holding them. So, move the bottom of your hands out a little bit. Perfect. There you go. There we go. She hasn't touched that.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to open those rods if there's actually somebody here. I understand they were probably a little bit too tight for you to be able to do that, so go ahead and open them up for me. Open them up so they're pointing in different directions. different directions. Don't close them. You need them open. Open them up nice and wide. Are you pointing at somebody? I want to know who's here. We have a bunch of other boxes here you can talk through, but I mainly want to use these copper rods right here. If you're a male, please open up those rods. Open them up so they point in different directions. Open them up for us. If you're a male. If you're a female, close them. Make them touch. See how my yes no questions are very defined. I want an answer based on what the movement of the rod is. Obviously she's got some wavering towards a closing, but those rods to touch if you're a female. Push them harder. A little bit harder. Make them cross. One is definitely moving. Push them in closer to each other. Nice and close. See, you're trying, and I appreciate that. Can you get both rods to touch? Nicole, are you moving your hand at all? So I want to put out an apology if we disrupted you. Say that you're struggling with communicating with us tonight. And that's okay. I'm not offended. Oh, it stopped. Can you point the rods, both of them, at me? Just so that we know that you were here. We'll leave you alone. We have another stop we can go to. If you could point both rods at me, I'd be pretty satisfied with that. Definitely wider. But I still wouldn't say that that was a direct attempt. Alright, take a deep breath. We're going to call it. We're not getting a whole lot of communication. You can go ahead and pull that blindfold off. Just give yourself a few minutes. Get oriented with the light again. I'm going to go let your guys follow. A whole lot going on with this, so I'm just going to call it. We're going to make it a quit. It was a very interesting theory.
Yeah, because whenever you mentioned like the gender, that's when you saw the most movement. Like it was moving.
It felt like it felt like somebody like moved this, but at one point.
It was the right one.
Yeah,
your right one that was moving.
This is the one that was jiggling the whole time.
It felt like this one moved. Like somebody went like.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got it all on film where it was that one specifically going like this the whole time. Every question was. Then when
I did not feel this one move.
That's the only one it was?
I felt like somebody. It felt like an actual like one of you might have just went like that to it.
No.
No.
That didn't happen.
That was weird.
That was very weird.
We shall see.
Yeah. Well, you'll be able to watch the video later on to see, and you're going to notice that it wasn't that one that moved at all. And I was actually looking at your left thumb. It was almost touching it to the point where it would have stopped it from doing those swaying motions evenly.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Just barely.
Like up here or something?
You were more like, it was almost like in this range.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's almost like you were a little too high on it, which is fine. Again, we've never done this before. We're still
Yeah,
learning a lot.
definitely let me know if I'm doing something wrong.
I actually had another set. A customer of mine actually gave me a well-balanced copper set. However, they slid out of my bag in a location, and I never went back. Like, I couldn't find it again when I did go back. So, again, somebody picked them up, and they were a gift, but they didn't have handles. So they were just bent rod. That was it. So it was it. What really got me into this, and I was like, well, how do I change this up? Can I add this location? Again, this isn't a location I come to regularly.
Yeah.
Because again, we don't always get the right type of information based on an actual ghost hunt, but it is fun to play with, kind of like the stone tape theory and how I took that out.
Yeah.
It's the same type of principle. I want stuff that's going to be active for the general public, so that way they get a chance to be able to see it. So, but yeah, hang on to that
Blindfold.
blindfold. So, not a whole lot of that thing.
What'd you feel? Hold on.
It
Hold
felt-
on.
Those are battery.
It's different.
And you have the.
I had the mic on. Yeah, I had it on the higher level so that we would be able to hear. But you felt found. How do you feel?
Well, I'm wearing the mask. I kind of felt like I was like falling asleep a little bit, and I don't know if it's just because like I'm tired, but like very like trance-like state. And I was worried that I was starting to like lean a certain way, but at the like beginning, not the very beginning, but
After the
like
adjustment?
after the adjustment and everything, it felt like somebody went like that. But this one didn't move at all.
Yeah.
So
Physically taking
it like legit felt like somebody touched it. And I'm very curious to look back at
Yeah.
that to see if like did it move at
And
that.
I had you in infrared the whole time. So we'll be able to see something hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah, you have it. Yeah. So like I'm not kidding you, like it was freaky every time he like so when you mentioned like are you a female or is this a male? It literally went from you did the readjustment, right? And then he said, are you a male or are you a female? And so like when you said male, it just kind of like teetered. And again, this one did not move at all.
Yeah.
But then like this one was like doing that the whole time.
It was just wiggling.
It was doing this the whole time.
Like a lot?
Yeah.
That's why we always try.
I did not feel that move like at all.
Yeah. That's why we were like, did you see that? I don't know if you heard us. We were like, did you see that? And we're like, yeah. Did you see that?
Open it up. Open the rods. You might be blind.
Oh, I was basically talking.
Open the rods if you're here. Open the rods if you're here.
Boston was that validation.
I'm looking at tonight as a win because we actually had some. Yeah, exactly. That is my biggest trail. Is a good Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. All right, we're gonna roll.
Okay.
I'll take those
Yep.
crazy rods from you because those are done. I really need to find a like a velvet sleeve for these so it doesn't jab me.
If you need me to, I can carry that again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna plug it in
Oh, okay.
because it said battery low.
Now it is.
I guess I could take this off.
I mean, just leave it on until we get to the next spot so you have free hands. Oh boy. Yeah, I've definitely been here during the daytime.
You like it better during the daytime or nighttime?
Depends on what happens tonight. No, I'll tell you that answer.
It's pretty.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Beautiful, but I feel my chest feels very tight. For whatever that's worth.
Who's going under?
Oh, for the double Estes?
Yeah.
If you want
I mean, well, if we've both done it, I feel like you need to do it.
Okay.
all right.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take them. Well, let's go over to the bench and I'll kind of explain them.
That's an inside joke.
Be happy to see yourself later. It's not what you think.
It's not what you think. What to do in Estes method in this setting?
All right. So gentlemen, have a seat.
Is this our bench? Okay.
This is your bench.
We are in the light.
Yeah. So what's gonna happen? You guys have blindfolds for both of you?
I have a blindfold.
I think mine is actually back at the
Okay, I got one.
at the hotel.
Covered it. I'll hand over the noise canceling headphones.
Oh.
There to me.
Do you want me to put this,
I'm gonna
like,
take the
between
ladies over
them?
there and give them the brief history. of the space.
and then we'll get a little, try to get a little bit of a recording.
Okay.
Oh, that's different from the real world.
That sounds like a day in the life.
Just put it there.
I want to wait till he's done setting up first. Never. That's fair.
So we're doing a double blind Estes method chat. I have to say, I've never done it.
Do you need us to take care of chat? I would love to. Now they're in the hands of a ghost and a ghoul.
I'd consider you a girl.
Also keep in mind we will get some homeless folks in here asking for money. That's why I don't want you guys to go blindfolded without us over here.
Right.
So just kind of keep that in mind. And what they do is they basically will go over to one of those benches or they'll just sleep in the yard over there. So we will, not this late, actually probably, I don't even know if I'm allowed out this late with tours.
Oh.
So again, other tours are pretty much going to be done, which is why I was excited for this to do the double blind, so just to kind of see how this goes.
You're caught on your backpack.
Yeah, I'll fix it.
Okay. You put it through.
Okay.
I will also tell you that one of the terms that I got while we were at the Powder Magazine was a precognition of where we are. One of the names that you guys will hopefully be repeating came through.
All right.
The word Roger, when I told you that we had that over there before I got really interrupted, that is actually relevant to Calico Jack. The skull and cross bones that you guys normally affiliate with pirates is actually skull and cross swords. Calico Jack is the one who developed that flag, and he made it for the Jolly Roger. So Roger actually shows up a lot over there, and it's not always on my word list. It will come through a spirit box. Oh, you guys are in the spirit box.
Oh yeah. Here.
I've got mine. Do you want to use one of yours? Or you want to use mine?
It's up to you. This one's not going to record, so the only one that's going to record is that one.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll use mine.
Yes, that one.
No.
Yeah. That I got you covered. So, brand new set. Again, don't want them back. Rex of course. Got it.
Oh, so I see. So these aren't earphones. These are just
Noise cancellation.
noise cancelers.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, you put those over top of the earbuds.
Okay, scoot over, Rossi.
So yeah, you guys just sit here and chat and give me, I don't know, 5-6 minutes with the ladies and
Yeah.
see what's that at.
If you guys are cool with it, we might put our recorder by you.
Right ahead.
It's small, but it does the job.
By the way, this is the space where I told you we had that 8-minute interaction with the SLS camera, and it was actually next to the bust of where I'm about to take them, like inside the cage. And it was above the cage, so it was like standing on the ground, but was well over 6 feet tall. So
Oh, wow.
obviously that gate is about 3.5, maybe 4 foot tall.
We don't need to
Okay.
So again, it was definitely something of relevance.
So these are actually noise canceling.
Yep. $12 on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. All right, let's do this.
All right. So here's the deal, Sam. What we're doing is,
Do you want me to get the camera and record?
Yeah.
For them.
Here, and I stand on this side so that way they don't see the tablet whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what I was going to find. I just had 2 people. I was experimenting with new locations. There's a million monuments in here, so it was kind of like a grab bag. Let's see who we get. What they heard was the year 1828, very specifically, and I verified it the next morning. We had the name Henry and the name Tim show up. Behind me, the bust is of Henry Timrod, born 1828.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, cool shit. So very quick history on this guy. He was sick through most of his life. So he, obviously born in 1828, he's alive to go fight in the Civil War. He wanted to go fight for the Confederates, obviously. He's from Charleston, so he goes out to the battlefield. His friends realize he's too sick to fight. They send him home. They know he's a poet and a writer. They said, you know what, you're too sick to fight. Go be the voice of the war. Go tell people what's going on out here. So he comes home and starts writing poetry about what's going on the battlefield. He becomes known as the laureate of the Confederacy. Like that's his title. As a writer, that's a high title. Like just so you know what we're looking at here. Basically, in a nutshell, a few years after he comes home, he has a son. The son died very young. His name was Willie. He was born on Christmas Eve, and he died 9 months later, October 23rd, almost to the day.
Okay.
So again, we'll be asking things about the son, if we can get some answers out of him. He also had a wife named Kate. That was the name that showed up at the Powder magazine. So again, precognition of where we were going.
Yeah.
A few years after his son passes away, he's still mourning. Obviously, this is a big tragic event. So 1867, his college buddy calls him up and says, you know what, I got a cottage out in Columbia. Why don't you come out here and you can continue writing the piece that you're working on, and you can, get away from all the sadness. Leave Kate behind and let her mourn with her parents. So he goes out there and he writes his last words. His last words were beholder of brief mortality. Translates to person of short life. And then he coughs and it lands on the page in a blood stain and he dies. He had tuberculosis. The blood stain looks like a man writing at his desk. The writer died at his own desk. They show this book one day a year on Halloween at the Charleston Library Society, and I believe you have to be a member to go see it.
Okay.
However, the internet is beautiful.
Yes.
I'm going to show you the blood book, which is exactly what it's called. And it actually shows you what his last lines were, which as a writer, that's probably the creepiest thing to me. This is the blood book.
Wow.
Wow.
So we have gotten the word blood book, Willie. I learned about the wife's name through the spirit boxes, and not any kind of Estes method, but it was definitely a spirit box.
Okay.
But again, I'm going to be asking him. He's very timid. He's a very introverted person, so it takes us a few minutes. So I'm going to leave them under for a minimum of 10 minutes,
Okay.
just to kind of see like how this goes. If we start getting answers from them, I'm going to let them continue going. If I tap somebody out or I have one of you tap them out, then obviously we may switch it up just to continue things, or we'll wrap up the night and kind of call it.
Okay.
Any other I left out the name of the college friend on purpose, so that
Okay.
way you guys know like it's a legit thing.
Okay.
Definitely get some footage of this. Obviously, with the SLS camera, I don't know that we're going to get any footage, but again, keep it running. We'll see what we get out of it.
I would stop. I would stop.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was volume on this again?
The top, right above the numbers.
Right.
So that was honestly just to kind of give you guys a gist, because sometimes you lose track of time under there.
Yeah.
Like, you were probably under there.
It was about 4. It was almost 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, we're low battery.
You're low battery.
Yeah. See?
I just plugged it in.
Did it unplug?
I think it may have turned off.
Okay. That doesn't have a on/off button. Oh, I guess it does. Maybe I didn't.
See you soon, Rocky.
Yeah, it just shut up again.
I'm ready. See you in a bit.
Okay.
Well, it's recording, so
Okay.
we're good for right now.
Yeah, we're only going to be like another 5-10 minutes. Again, it's late. Not sure if I'll get ticketed for being out here like this.
What's that?
I don't know if I'll get ticketed for us being out here like this. So,
Sorry.
okay, Henry, we are back. Maybe. We got the one-eyed Captain Jack Pirate going on over here.
Well, I can't work this tonight.
Oh no.
Here we go. Here we go.
Stretch and pull. There you go. All right. Okay, Henry, we're back. The gentleman on the bench can hear you again.
Journey. Help me. Battlegrounds.
Battleground.
Get out.
We're not getting out.
Take it.
We're not getting out.
Quiet.
It is quiet tonight.
Governor. Hell.
Say a prayer. Zero in.
Tuberculosis.
Maybe.
I get it.
We know you did. But thank you for that.
49 times. Thirsty.
Tell us more about your tuberculosis. I know you died in a
Evening.
tragic way. How did that happen?
Having dead. Whoa.
Henry, thank you.
Construct.
Tell us a little bit more about the last page you
Garlic.
wrote.
Round.
Maybe give us a word from the last line you wrote.
It's coming.
Tell me. What is it? What's the last line you wrote? Pretty famous around here in Charleston, you know. You got a lot of recognition for the work you did for the Civil
I'm
War.
not sure. It's
Minister
that guy
5.
over there. It's gone.
Come here.
Phil.
My love.
Who is your love?
I'm blind.
You weren't blind. The gentleman in
I'm
front of you
afraid
was
of
blind.
heights.
You were short.
2 words.
What words are they?
Max or naturally. For the Queen. Sewing quilts. Lieutenant.
Oh, we got all kinds of people here. How
I've
many
had
of you were
enough
here?
of this.
How many of you were here? Give us a number.
It's just another mystery.
Cyber attack.
What'd she say?
Family.
How How many people are here with us trying to communicate?
Bodies.
We need a number.
Chase me
I am trying to get answers.
for the captain.
For the captain, for the queen. These are very weird. There's a little word lieutenant. Lieutenant Barnard
Desert.
over there. That's why I'm
Crime.
There's a lot going on. The sewing quilt
Success.
Booth.
could be relative to the Andrew Jackson's mother memorial over there.
Under there. Steeple. Under the steeple.
I need a number of how many people are here.
It's working.
We know it's working. You've given us some pretty good clues. What do you hear right now?
Gone down.
What do you hear right now?
Faster.
Phone numbers.
I can't. If John dies, enemy
How are you?
I'm great. We want answers.
killing me.
We said it.
How many? How many are here right now trying to communicate? I got clues to at least 3 people. Is that correct?
Look up.
It's true.
Come on.
How many people are here with us that we can't see?
Look at. It's light. This man's here.
Who's here? Give us your name. Remember, they don't know.
She calls me.
Five.
5 people.
5.
We get it. There's 5 of you here. And with that, I can't really discern who's actually trying to come through.
You gave me.
Maybe what?
Market.
True love.
Interred here.
Stay with it.
Open. Close it. The Americas.
Give us one more phrase that we
It's
can
important.
that we know that you're here.
It's a war.
It's a war. We're gonna take that. What do you think? I'm gonna call it. That tuberculosis was pretty
You
clear.
trusted
Yeah.
me.
I did trust you, and I'm gonna continue to trust in you as I continue to come here. So Henry, I'm gonna take it.
Smart about that.
Very cool. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate your
Wait.
wait for what?
Come. That priest.
What did they do?
They took your writing and they put it in a museum. It's a
Get out.
very famous collection. It's the second time somebody
It
said
happens.
collect. He said it the first time. You're pretty famous right now, Henry.
Move up.
All right, I'm gonna tap them out, Mr. Henry, and whoever else is here. I will be back tomorrow. So thank you for your kind answers. Any last words?
The priests.
Yeah.
What were the last words?
What is he doing? Call them.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That was getting like super intense in here. I don't know what if anything was saying made any sense.
A lot.
Really?
And I got it all on film.
Okay. Because it was
Tap him up. I tapped him once.
No, not like that. Well, actually, that was probably
Maybe
the calmest
that-
way you could.
calmly tap you out, and that's all that came to me.
Here, let me.
Yeah,
Where's the
I put
battery?
some battery.
That was recorded,
Did you really just touch my nipple to get me out of this?
and everyone saw it.
I don't know if it was a direct hit or not.
So let's explain some of what just happened.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I heard some
I will tell you
weird
this.
voices in there.
Where's the other
Tell me about
battery?
your experience
Do
first.
we know? Do
I-
you have it?
So, like I said, the first time, I was hearing
It's
a lot
charged.
of gospel. I was hearing a lot of evangelists. You told me about the church. It then switched, and all I was hearing was country music. I just kept hearing country music over
You just
and over
gotta,
and over.
yeah. It
It
doesn't like
wasn't
pop all the way out.
necessarily The lyrics,
Yeah,
I was hearing like the twangs and the the riffs and things like that. And
Good old down home America.
exactly,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, okay, this must be a South Carolina thing then again. But I mean, that was my thought.
Yeah, but,
But,
I expect
um,
evangelists whatnot on the.
Exactly. As soon as I drive down North Carolina, it's like, yep, the radio's on. It's the evangelist. But apart from that, now I was getting a little distracted by saying the first session of Covington, and I know you mentioned something about it.
I did not.
Not necessarily here, but you mentioned at one of the other stops something about
I don't
Covington.
have any.
Really?
It,
And what was the?
I don't know. Again,
I just thought it was
very specific.
Yeah.
Here's the most prominent piece.
All right.
So let me tell you the quick little brief history, and you can give your camera a break because we're going